Every time I go to see you, it's like something crazy happens.
What was Guyana like compared to here? The same thing, pretty much?
Different.
What was the biggest difference between Williamsburg and Guyana?
Yeah, I mean, oh man, way to make the best out of a shitty situation. I took, oh God, watch out. I even put a chalk line, get a shot of that. Chalk line around the rat.
Only in New York. This is the caption. The rat with the chalk outline around it.
But yeah, man, you did the Carson thing. Likability, you were gentle, but you hit everybody in the room, and you actually had real topics that were interesting. Instead of trying to be like super funny and quick, you were just interesting.
I follow orders, therefore I'm in fashion, as if that's like something good in some way, that you just like are able to obey orders. Whereas like style to me is when you actually have you have some sort of like thing that you like or are drawn to or feels expresses you in some way, and you don't care whether or not it's in fashion. Like you just do it anyway because it's authentic in some way, a reflection at least of how you feel or what you want.
Well, the thing is, like, you're not going to get any laughs off, like, joke there.
Right,
so then it's like the only thing that you have.
It made me realize, oh, this guy is a stand-up comic. That's what it you know, when, like, I don't want to name any names here, but when we go to Ochi's and we go to these mics and try to win over these shitty rooms of just all comics, we're sitting there with all these tactics and bullshit, and you went up and just talked about it. Like, even the sweatshop stuff was interesting. I was, like, intrigued by that, and I that's what a comic should be.
45, you got a kid who's 23.
I got 24, 23, 16, 4, and 13-month boy.
Damn, man. Now, this is a terrible question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. All with the same woman?
And the fact that you pissed off his girlfriend is a good sign. You know, because it means you got some emotion out of her. She was so into it that she cared.
Yeah, people don't get pissed off at something that they think is just ridiculously false.
At first, girls are very into apathy. Like, they're like, ooh, he just doesn't care at all, and they like it. It's like a good thing. And then you date them for a while and, like, maybe move in with them, and then it's like you don't care at all and they're pissed off. It's like the thing that they liked at first that was like, ooh, I'm attracted to this, I'm gonna, you know, and then they get it, and then they're like, why you like that thing that I found so attractive?
That was fun. The one before wasn't fun, but I wouldn't have had this one if I didn't have the one before.
Right,
you know, like having that one, this one you get in that mode of doing shows all the time, and then you have this shitty one. It's like, okay, well, I'm not going to, listen, I might fail in a different way, but I'm not going to fail in that exact same way that I just failed, you know, because that's what insanity is.
Like, let's say you had a bit about the Energizer Bunny, and you said the punchline was, he keeps going and going,
right.
People would be like, ugh. The fact that you did that tonight and it was on, and you got like an applause almost on that.
Yeah.
I was born in Colorado, and then we moved to Florida, and then we moved to Missouri, and then I moved to Kansas.
Hippie parents, something's going on here. Let's get to it. You know what I'm getting at. I don't know it yet, but you do.
My dad works for Energizer.
And he just keeps going and going and going.
Well, it's like we were talking about with puns. How it's like a pun. If it sounds like you pre-wrote a joke that ends in a pun, people will groan and hate it.
Yeah.
If you come up with a pun in the moment right there, they love it. Yeah, they think it's hilarious. It's so fucking weird. Yeah, so that was some night. Early show was terrible. The agony of defeat. Well, it's not really a defeat. There wasn't much happening there, but like I learned at least that I didn't want to do that same failure again at the next place, so showed up at that second show, which was dead, and had a great set. You know, sometimes the best feeling is when you take like a really shitty room and like turn it around and make it come to life, even if it's just a small group and they get to share something or go somewhere, you know. When you could take a dead room and bring it to life, then you feel like you're walking on water. All right, I'm beat. I'm going to bed. Night.